Hello and welcome back to another cycling video. Today we are going to take on a 90-kilometre route through the Peak District. It's a brand new route, we've never done it before and I'm excited for it, it should be nice. It's currently Saturday morning, the weather isn't ideal for cycling but it's better than it was last week, and regardless, rain or shine, we just love getting out on the bike anyway. So I'm going to start getting ready in a minute, but before that we have had a decent little week of cycling deliveries, so I'm going to go through these now and show you what we've got. First up, we've had a bit of a care package sent over from OTE Sports. This is the nutrition partner I work with. They fuel all of my running and cycling endeavours. They sell a massive range of different nutrition products, from standard energy gels to super gels to energy chews, electrolytes, but my favourite of all of them for the bike specifically is their super carbs. Put a few scoops of this in your drink and it equates to 80 grams of carbs, which just keeps you going. It's mega. I live by it on the bike. If you're interested in trying any of their stuff, I have a 20% discount code in the description. Next up, we have some autumn winter cycling clobber from Sigma Sports. So this is all universal colours. Let's get into it. Oh wow. Pink waterproof jacket, that is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna wear that one today. Some of their thermal bib tights, nice. A chroma insulated gilet, that is smart. And then one of their long sleeve thermal jerseys. This is the fudge brown colour. That is nice as well, to be fair. And then lastly, this is just one of their lifestyle down jackets, I believe. So here's the get up for the day. We've got the bib tights, the long sleeve jersey. I'm going to stick this thermal gilet on. And then the jacket can go on top and that should keep us warm and dry. And by the time this video is up, the Black Friday sale on the Sigma Sports website should be live. So head over there and have a gander if you fancy checking out some autumn winter cycling clobber, because they should have some decent little deals on there. Finish it off with the outrageous Oakleys and we're ready to go. Let's get it done. Right, and we are off. Before I get onto the main ride though, I need to tackle a couple of side quests. My gearing's a bit messed up at the minute. I can't get into my top gear, which is a problem. And I could also do with getting a pair of gloves. I can't do numb hands on this ride again. So I'm en route to the local bike shop. Guy's an absolute hero there who owns it, so hopefully he'll be able to help me out with the stuff. Will's Wheels in Stockport, if you know, you know. If you ever find yourself in Stockport and you're a cyclist, I'd pop into Will's Wheels. It's got everything you would need. There's currently a bit of a sale on as well, so I picked up a top tube bag and a pair of gloves. And then on my way back, disaster struck. Welcome to Pain City. Slight change of plan. My bike is broken on the way to the shop, so we ain't going to be riding today. This has turned into Operation Get It Fixed so I can go out tomorrow on the bike. Honestly, this is painful. It appears to be the free hub again. It looks like it's gone. I had this exact same issue 3 months ago. Same free hub thing, just a ball ache. Right, I've just dropped the bike off at the bike shop. I have a spare set of wheels. I just need the guy to transfer the disc and the cassette across from the broken wheel to the spare wheel. And then we should be good to go for tomorrow. The only problem is I'm going to be on 45mm gravel tyres for a road ride. So I'm going to be slow as hell. But that is miles better than not being able to go out at all. So we'll make do. And we're back in business. The bike is ready to go for tomorrow. The only difference is I've got the Pirelli Cinturato 45mm gravel tyres on it, so I'm going to be sluggish on the roads, let's just say that. It's currently 8:30 on the Sunday now. I'm just happy to be out after yesterday's shambles, to be honest. We have made it to a very wet and gloomy Peak District. It's a lot quieter than usual, presumably because of the weather. Just waiting for Christian to arrive and then we can hit the road. Going to be a wet one. The bike looks pretty mean with these fat tyres on there, doesn't it? Look at that. Couple of kilometres in and it was time for our first climb of the day. We were heading up the road to Bamford Edge. Fairly steep little climb, a good one to get the legs warmed up for the day, and I was feeling pretty unfit at this point. We wasn't far in and I was gasping for air already. I haven't actually managed to get out this week at all to do any running or cycling. I've got a bit of an issue with my hamstring. Thought I'd walked away from the marathon injury free, but that did not appear to be the case. So I'm feeling a little apprehensive just 1 week out from Valencia Marathon, but there ain't anything I can do about it at this point. It is what it is. Anyway, back to the ride where we'd experienced
to Puncture.
Right, we're about 15 kilometres in with it. Trouble. Christian's got a puncture. We know what we're doing these days though, so it should be sorted in the next 5 minutes. All being well.
Yeah, we made light work of this. This took us ages to get the tyre off. We didn't have a tyre lever, so we was doing things manually. Without a tyre lever, it's a nightmare to get them skinny little tyres off the wheel, so I left Christian to struggle whilst I went and petted some cows for a minute. And some chaps, eh?
Right, the tyre's off. Dead easy that. Didn't take us 15 minutes. Dead easy. Now we're just putting the new inner tube in. Let this be a lesson to all cyclists. Bring all the tools you need to repair a puncture out with you. We have got 97% of the tools. What we are missing is a tyre lever, and that is seemingly crippling us, and we can't get the tyre back on. I can see a big group of cyclists coming now. They must have a tyre lever between them, so this could be our saving grace. Some heroes just got us out of the mud, swung by with the tyre levers. We're back in business and the rain has just started hammering down.
We knew coming into this ride we were taking a bit of a gamble with the weather. The forecast did say 50% chance of rain. That was a risk we were willing to take, but it turned out to be a big L. From here until the end of the ride, it was pretty much non-stop rain. Always love to see that. Just being pummeled by small pellets of water for 2 hours, nothing quite like it. Throw some strong winds in the mix and you've got yourself a real good time. And this is what the first descent of the day was like. Add some black bars to the footage, it might make it a bit more cinematic. Nah, scratch that, it ain't working, is it? Thought that was going to be some really nice footage when I was recording it, but yeah, it wasn't. And you get the idea, the weather was torrid. By the time I got to the bottom of that descent, it felt like I had jumped in a bath.
Another weekend in paradise. We're about 30k in now, I just stopped for a coffee. I couldn't get any wetter, I am dripping wet.
A much needed pit stop at Courtyard Cafe in Hope, mainly to boost morale, but I also had a gel, a coffee and then some kind of biscuit thing as well. Recommend a stop here if you are in the area. The woman who owns it is lovely. She offered to let us sit inside, but the state we were in, we had to say no because we didn't want to mess up the gas. So we set up camp outside for a minute and then we were back on the roads, which were now flooding, apparently. We aquaplaned our way to the foot of Mam Tor, where we tackled the biggest climb of the day. The climb is a little over 2 kilometres at an average gradient of 10%. Managed to PR it today, but you can see I was going through it, getting up there.
Oh, fuck. I feel like Pogacar where he's like,
I'm gone, I'm dead. In the back of my mind, you died.
thought this was the top. Oh, come on.
Bit of a grueler that. I was happy to see the top, but if you're from the area, you know what's coming next. Descending down Winnats Pass. Oh man, that is fun. I think we hit about 64 kilometres an hour out there today. We didn't want to go too crazy with it being wet underfoot. And then it was a pretty steady couple of kilometres back to the car, and that is a wrap for the ride.
Right, and we're back. That was something else. That was ridiculous. Just non-stop rain for the last 2 hours of it. We managed 56 kilometres in the end, 914 metres elevation, and averaged a speed of 22 kilometres an hour. It is what it is in them conditions, but I'm glad we got it done. Better than sitting on my arse on a Sunday morning, innit? So the bottom half of me is just absolutely drenched. Top half is pretty dry though, to be fair. I feel like this has actually kept my top half dry. Right, I'm starting to get cold now, so I'm going to stick the heating on full whack in the car and we are going to get home. I'm going to have to rip some of that cardboard off and sit on that, I reckon, because my arse is soaking. I don't want to wet my car seat. Yeah, there we go. Call that a bit of DIY. Now I'm done. Sat in the car, heating's on full whack. We're in the beautiful area of the Peak District. I feel quite cosy, something quite nice about it, you know. Kind of like when it's raining and you open a window, you're inside but you can hear the rain outside. It's that kind of cozy vibe. I'm about it. Not for everyone, but I love it. But what I'm learning so far on these winter rides is that the cold is fine. You can be comfortable out on the bike when it's cold or freezing, whatever you want to be. If you've got suitable layers, you'll be sound. Where the problem arises is when it's wet. And then especially when it's wet and windy, that's a real issue. Because even if I've got the best kit in the world, like that waterproof kept my upper half dry, but I was still pretty uncomfortable on the bike because my bottom half was just incredibly wet. That being said, we will be back out next weekend, chancing it again. Just have to wait for a decent forecast. Also, in other life news, if you don't follow the Instagram or the TikTok, I quit my job a few weeks ago to go full-time with the content creation stuff, which is mad. I have 2 weeks left at work, and then I'm just out there on my own, basically, doing this content stuff, which I'm buzzing for. I'm not gonna lie, I'm buzzing for it. It's just a bit of a risk stepping away from comfort of that full-time job and going almost like freelance, I guess you would call it, with this video creation and that kind of stuff. But we'll see what the next few months hold. I'm hoping it goes all right, to be fair. I am speaking to a few brands about partnerships and this and that should be able to support us financially in that, so should be good, but we'll see.